Very nice to see you all. Like Najam is there, like Rob Chen is there. Thank you very much. So like we're gonna start. I'm gonna share my screen very quick here, and I'm gonna start very. Let's see if it's gonna share is gonna work. If you can see my screen, please thumbs up. Perfect. We're doing good. So that's our professional development for today. So we're gonna be talking about um, many points, and then we have here our hosts for tonight. We're going to have myself, Martis Martins. I'm the technical developer for table tennis, development manager for table tennis Canada. And then we have Thorsten Gohl, chair and coach development committee, and as well board member of table tennis Canada. And we'll have Karine Dumontier, EDI program manager. So we're going to start maybe if with the land acknowledgement. So we are going to start by saying that Table Tennis Canada honors and celebrates the traditional lands and homelands of all Indigenous peoples and communities across Canada, including First Nations, Inuit, and Métis living both on and off reserve in rural and urban communities. And we would like to say as well that Table Tennis Canada acknowledges that our offices located here in Ottawa are on the unceded, unsurrendered territory of the Anishinaabe Algonquin Nation, whose presence here reaches back to time immemorial. And we'd like to invite you to check the national lands that you are on. Check the native land and websites, and then you can see who are living there before you. And one more point here before we start, under the Canadian Universal Code of Conduct and Maltreatment in Sport, we will not tolerate any disrespectful language or behavior. The person using such means will be asked to leave the session and will not be allowed to attend the rest of the workshop. So with that in mind, I'm going to leave the word for Mr. Thorsten Gohl to maybe if you want to say some welcoming words for us and before we move along with the session.
Thanks, Marlis. And it's always so great to see everybody here. Thorsten Go, Linda Prononza, he and Tim, and I acknowledge that I'm on the land of the Diga Gautier, what's also known the River People and Fort Providence and Northwest Territories. Again, thanks for being here. Today will be a very good session on just learning a little bit more about the National Coaching Certification Program, the things that you need to do for certification. So any questions that you have, put them in the chat, ask them along, send them after, because it's not always easy to understand, but we definitely have a lot of knowledge in this room today that we can share those answers for you. So please don't feel shy to answer any questions. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Thorsten. And again, we'd like to welcome all the members of our Table Tennis Canada board tonight here. Thank you very much for showing an interest in this session. And at this point, we would like to pass the word to Karine Dumontier, our ADI coordinator.
Bonjour tout le monde. Welcome everyone. I'm very happy to see all these people attend to the webinar, and I would like to have a special thank you and welcome to our 6 female coaches that have been selected for our mentorship program at TTCAN that we just launched in July. So welcome to all of you, but a special thank you to these girls. Thank you. Merci, bonne session.
Thank you very much, Karine. And this session is going to be mainly in English. But if you have any questions, please let us know. And we have a perfect translator. That's Karine herself. She can translate for us. We're going to put her in the spot, and we're going to have her doing some translation for us if you need so. And don't be shy. If you need translation, just let us know, and it's going to be done. Okay, so the presentation today, they're going to talk about, like Thorsten mentioned, we're going to talk about certification pathways, lifelong learning, maintenance of certification, and professional development. So it looks like a lot of things to talk about, but it's not that complicated. So let's go. I will try to go a little bit faster here, like because most of you have your certifications already. So the most important thing for you is going to be discussing about the lifelong learning process as well as the maintenance of certification and your professional development points. So here is like how the National Coaching Certification Program works at a glance. We have like one national program just under one umbrella. And if you can see here in the areas that is we're putting NCCP, like we see 3 streams. So we have the community stream, that's we have And we start with, for example, we have a workshop. We just had one workshop last Saturday with 17 coaches, and we're talking about just like taking the love for table tennis. We're not talking about angles or anything like that, biomechanics, anything like that. We're just talking about how to develop love for table tennis, and that's what we're doing here with that community. So, and then we have a lot of different activities for kids up to seniors, citizens, like from all walks of life, that can be used to teach correct techniques in table tennis through physical literacy. So that's very important. It's just very short workshop, about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. We had the last one, and you're going to be equipped to go and teach a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit more about it later. So, and then we're going to get more information about it. So in blue, you're going to see the competition introduction and introduction, and as well competition introduction development. And then there's like a few points inside the competition introduction there, that we're going to be. That's the next level, and as well inside that, the next stream that we're going to talk about, it's competition development. So introduction to competition and competition development. You're going to see the pathways, what you need to do to get certified in both and to get your full certification. Okay, so and then the yellow is the yellow tag that you see there, the NCCP instruction is for it has 3 levels: beginners, intermediate, and advanced. And this is if you want to be a coach, a master coach developer, a learning facilitator. You want to help people to learn, like coaches to help to learn about table tennis. That's where we're going to be going. And any moment you're going to see here that we're going to have the professional development area, the professional coach in the Coaching Association of Canada, and there's 2 different categories there. One is the registered coach, and the other one is the chartered professional coach. The difference is the registered coach is a professional coach that doesn't have any formal training university or like a phys ed university or health or education background linked to sports, any kind of course like that. So then they don't have the CHPC designation. But as soon as you have a university diploma that shows that you went through some sports program somehow, then you can have that designation as CHPC. Okay, so the core competencies are in the NCCP that we always say is problem solving, valuing, critical thinking, leading, and interacting. So, and the outcomes that we always have in our workshops, we make sure that our coaches, they understand how to make ethical decisions, analyze performance, provide support to athletes in training, design a sport program, plan a practice, like coming down to a session every day, manage a sports program, make sure that you can sustain your club and keep generating income, and then support the competitive experience. And this is more linked already to high performance. So that's a little bit on how it works. And when you have this, you go through these workshops that talk about here, we are going to have some very interesting names that we call. Like the first one, when you go for the first workshop, you are in training. Then if you complete workshop, now you are trained. So then you need to submit your certifications that we're going to talk about, your portfolio evaluation. Then you can get your final certification, and then you can be a coach. So, but today mainly we're going to talk about the NCCP competition here. That's introduction to competition, competition development, and high performance. That's the areas that are going to be focused a little bit more. That's basically where you guys are today. So the next point is the pathways for certification in this community sports initiation table tennis. Is very simple. You just need to participate in your workshop, and when you finish your workshop, you're trained. There's no evaluations. There's no need to do many things different. But of course, if you're going to go and create a profile of your NCCP, you're going to need to go through at some point. If you want to progress, you need to have your MED online, make it ethical decisions, training, and the evaluation. Okay, so that's a very simple, very quick. And there's a lot of you here, coaches, that are in the introduction to competition pathway. So what do you need to get certified, fully certified with that? So first of all, we separated the workshops that we had inside, actually some of the modules that we had inside our workshops, to make it easy during COVID and now too, to make it easy for the coaches to get a certification without spending so much money. Before we had 2 weekends training camps, like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, packed with hours. Everybody 2 times to get a training as a base coach, and then train as an advanced coach, and then you can submit your evaluation and get your certification as a full coach. We changed that. Everything is condensed into one thing. Like it's just one workshop, and everything that's the multi-sport environment we call, like safe sport training, make ethical decisions, planning a practice, and basic mental skills, for example. In this case, you need to do outside, inside your province, with your sports body in your province. For example, if you're in Saskatchewan, you're gonna go to Sask Sport. They're gonna have like these links that you can use there to find the coaches that you need. These workshops that you need to get your certification. And of course, in some of the provinces, some of those workshops, they have a tag money attached. It varies according to the province. So if you ask me how much it is each one, I cannot really tell you how much it is because it varies according to the province. So the second spot, oh, how do I come back in this? Oh, yeah, okay. So the second thing here is attend the weekend practical workshop that we have. That's going to be online and blended. So what it means online and blended? One Table Tennis Canada is running those workshops. We're going to be here in Ottawa. We're going to have a table. We're going to have everything. We're going to set up everything for table tennis, but you're going to be in your provinces. You're going to be in your clubs. So you need to have your table, your equipment, everything is in there. And then you can go to the exercise, the experiences, so you can have access to that information, develop on top. So that's what we call blended, because you are doing everything practical, and then I'm seeing you through the camera, but I am virtually coaching. I'm virtually with you in this workshop. And of course, we have 3 webinar sections. That's going to be just theory, and that is going to cover modules 1, 3, 4, and 5. And after that, when you do these sessions, in 6 months, you need to submit for us your portfolio for evaluation. There's a lot of the tasks that you need to do since your emergency action plan, your yearly training and recovery plan. All of this you need to be sending to us, and together with some other information. And if it's approved, then you need to submit one evaluation. That's going to be of you coaching in practice and then coaching in a game, in a competition environment. And those can be made online as well. So you're going to talk to our coach evaluator. Your coach evaluator is going to say to you, okay, you can send me it's going to give you the information, how you send the video and how you upload the video in a Google Drive. And then you can share that video. And then the coach evaluator is going to analyze that, check, talk to you about it. And in the end, if the outcome is to certify you, then you're going to be certified. If there's something else to change, to adjust, the coach evaluator is going to adjust, is going to talk to you, and then you're going to have a chance to get your certification. So ideally, all of this needs to be done in 6 months. What happens sometimes is when you get transferred from the old system, they had levels before, levels 1, 2, 3, you go to the new system. So maybe you're going to be missing some of these modules. So maybe your status right now is not active. So we're going to talk a little bit later how you can get active. You gotta need to do the modules that are missing for you. And most part of those that are missing, they're missing MED, making ethical decisions online, the workshop, and the evaluation. So as soon as you get those, your status gets reactivated, and then we're going to be talking about how you can activate your active starts, how you can use your maintenance of certification cycle to get your maintenance running. So basically, that's the gist for the introduction to competition. Now, the competition development is there's a little bit more juice on that. It's a little bit more bold. There's a lot of information. So there's a few other, if you don't have like the safe sport training or making ethical decisions online training yet, you're going to need to do those. And then besides that, those 7 different modules here, you're going to need to do it online in a multi-sport environment. That's probably with your sports organization or your coaching organization in your local province. And then again, you're going to need to attend the workshops that we'll have, and then submit the portfolio and evaluations, and then you're going to be certified in that time of 6 months. And of course, that was not supposed to be here, so but it's okay. So professional coaching, we have like 2 we already mentioned, is chartered and registered coaches. And with those, to have those attributes, you're gonna need to have to pay a fee with the professional coach, with CAC, with Coach Association of Canada. You're gonna need to have a police background check as well. And then somebody's gonna check your profiles and say, okay, you are approved to be a coach. So, and then finally, if that happens, if that kind of panel decides that you were approved, you're gonna have your status and have access to benefits like legal advice, insurance, etc. We're gonna have like a lot of things that you can do, like a lot of instruction, a lot of material to read that you can know. Even if you have another language you want to learn, you have access to different courses, language courses that's supported by the system as well. So that's a very good advantage to be in the professional coaching as well. Okay, so before we go there, just I'm going to stop a little bit here, and that's before we start to talk about the lifelong learning, professional development, and maintenance certification. Are there any questions? You want to jump in and ask something? Any questions?
Miles, I can jump quickly in.
Yeah.
So there's an overlapping, because the next level up would be high performance. In between, there's the advanced coaching diploma as well. That's a new program. We have one coach that I think is just finishing up right now. I'm running through it right now. You get the chartered professional coach status if you're running through that program, just so that you know. So when Marlis talked about the registered coach and the chartered professional, you automatically get that status if you do that 1 year program. It's cut down to 1 year now. It costs $2,500, so just be aware of that. But that's something that you can do after your competition development if you have done that, be certified.
So I have a question from Maxime here. Maxime, please. Thanks, Thor.
Yes, I actually just started the ACD, and I was told there's like some advanced coach stuff that I can do, and that's the table tennis part. Is that right?
So can you repeat that?
I just started the ACD,
Yep.
in my 2nd week now, and
Yep.
I was told like the ACD is more like the general, like multi-sport, and then there's a table tennis part, which is they call, I guess, advanced comp dev or something.
Yeah, it's
How
CDAG.
is this working?
It's a competition development advanced gradation. So as soon as you start, like I didn't receive your papers yet from your mentors where you're doing your ACD. As soon as I get the contact from them and say Maxime's already going through this, we're going to start a project that's based on mentorship. The part of Table Tennis Canada is to provide you with mentorship that you can get the tasks that your mentors are going to give you there in ACD to help you to complete those tasks. And then we're going to have this mentorship. Sometimes is going to be inside Canada, and the last Thorsten, for example, is a mentor. I am a mentor. Like we need to go for this workshops and get certified to be mentors. And but we can as well like request if there's a need, because this is tailor-made. As soon as if it's decided that either, for example, it's me that's going to be your mentor, I'm going to have a meeting with you, and then you're going to see what you need to be working the next few months. And then we are going to make a plan. And if it's necessary to find another mentor to complement on some areas that we identify that you need some support, we're gonna find another mentor. It can be here in Canada, it can be outside Canada as well. And
Okay,
that's how,
because
how it works. And
yeah.
then when the table tennis part is complete and the ACD part is completed, you're gonna have this certification that's gonna give you the CHPC as well, the Chartered Professional Coach.
Okay. Because that guy, my mentor in the ACD, his name is Gérard Lausier, and he said he was working with you and Thorsten to make the yeah.
I love
He told
because
me I should contact you and then
yeah, no,
I
it's
just tell you that it's going on and stuff.
Gerard is family, so no worries, no worries.
Good.
No, it's very easy. Like with Gerard is actually he is the one that was talking to Thorsten and myself. Like when we decided to go for the advanced gradation from the comp dev, he's the one that set up everything with us, and then we had the pilot program and so on. So he's a good guy to work. You're gonna like him very much. So it's gonna be easier. It's gonna be easier than I thought.
Perfect. Good for me.
Yeah, good for you actually. Very good for you. Okay, so let me see here. No more question around Thorsten. I think the point that you said there, I didn't put the high performance stream there yet, but yep, that's how it is. The high performance stream after you finish your competition development. That's what everybody's thinking about now, buzzing for 2027 Canada Winter Games. So that's the next logical step is try to go for the competition development advanced gradation. And that is going to be trying to do with your one of they call like a CSIs, the Canadian Sports Institutes that are around Canada, like to try to do your advanced ACD, advanced coaching diploma, and then that is going to give you like what is not you're not going to be a phys ed teacher after that, but you're going to be a professional coach in your area, in your certification as a table tennis guy, right? So it's like they get like all the information that you use like in a university course, make sure that it's condensated and geared to high performance, and they give to you. So then you're going to have that. Now it's in a very good time, about a year. And then you can get your certification. If you submit all the papers and all the evaluations and do your mentorship with our sport specific part, that's table tennis, you're gonna get your certification in a year, and then you're gonna be like chartered professional coach and the highest level that I have right now in Canada's coaching. Basically, that's the recognition that you're gonna have. Okay, so now to move, I just need to make sure that I have everybody's else name here because there's a few that I'm missing. So I'm just gonna go through the names here in my list to make sure that I have everybody. There's some that maybe I don't have. Attila, let's see, Attila here. Is that Attila Enius? Enius? Is that you, Attila? Okay, so let me see here my list. Babu, thank you. Let me see, Babu. Your NCCP, yeah, I have it. I have everything that I need for you here. Thank you very much. Attila, let's just finish this. If somebody wants to sing a little bit while I'm trying to do like, see if I can get information from everybody here. I don't know who wants to sing. I would say Maria, you would like to sing, Maria? No? Let me see. Thorsten's gonna sing. Perfect, thank you. So Chaminda is here. So Chaminda, I have your information. Perfect, thank you very much. Let me see. Corey, I have your information. Corey, thank you. Divine, Divine, I have your information. Divine, very good. So
Marlis,
yes.
while you write this down, maybe Corinne can talk about the mentorship program, not to put her on the spot, but just talk about what the Equity, Diversity, Inclusion Committee has done. And
Perfect.
we
Corinne,
can
you
point
have
out that we have
yeah.
a few people here, yeah.
I wanted to say that Divine is very good to sing, but just 2 words about the mentorship program. We started that on July, and we want to have more female coaches in Canada. As you know, we don't have a lot of female coaches. And we think that if we put together some new coaches and we try to help them and support, and they can support themselves also each other, that we can it can be easier for them to get certified and to begin a new career in table tennis coaching. So simple, but we have a lot of hope that the program will be successful. And it's a very good start, as maybe some of you know. After the Canadian Championship, we had the training camp in Quebec City with 21 girls from across Canada, and some of the selected coaches for the mentorship program help us. It was Marianne de Moncos, head coach of the training camp, with Julia Charbonneau, and we had 5 young coaches that help us with the training camp, and 3 of them are on the mentorship program. So that was a good start for them to learn from Marianne, that has a lot of knowledge and to share, and a lot of experience. So that was a good start.
Perfect.
Now, Divine, you can go. You can sing.
Or it's gonna start raining.
Okay, so there's maybe if you guys can send me later this, but I don't have the NCCP number from for Fong, Nguyen, and then Thierry Vivier. I don't have your NCCP number here. If you can put in the chat for me. So I have a Vartan, very good. I have Vartans here. Let me see who else is missing. Yehua. Yehua, I don't have your NCCP number as well. Oh,
What? I think you have my NCCP number.
where are you? Is that Juan Ye?
Yeah.
Ah, Juan Ye. It's the opposite in the. Okay, so sorry. Let me find here. Juan Ye. Age. Okay, 1 year is not there. Okie dokie. So I have everybody here. I'll get to Maria's later, and 1 year. That's I got it. Yep, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so now comes the part that we're gonna be talking about. I'm certified. I have my things there running in my. Oh, there's I got Thierry here. Just a sec. Thierry 2240. 6.
Marles,
Yeah.
can you let me just name the 6 girls that are on the mentorship program?
Only if you pay me.
Oh,
I'm joking. Go ahead, please.
no problem. So we have Rose Yuan from BC. We have Aki. Oh, Torsten, help me with the name. Aki Ko Hiwaze.
Akiko Iwaze, yeah.
From Northwest Territories. Fong Nguyen from Manitoba. Irina, sorry.
It's Shevchenko. It's complicated.
Thank you from
famous soccer player Shevchenko. So
thank you, Irina. Maria Bagua from Montreal, and Divine. Divine. I just call you Divine. Divine Aseo from Newfoundland. Did I say 6?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we would like, in behalf of Table Tennis Canada, to welcome all of you, young ladies, to this session, and welcome with open arms. And we hope that we can support you as a group to get your mentorship that you need and your certifications that you deserve. So welcome. Okay, so now I'm gonna go further. That's the complicated part. The first part was easy. Now it's a little bit more complicated. Okay, so let's see this. Sorry, again, I'm having myself beaten up by my computer. Oh, share. There we go. Share. If you can see my screen, thumbs up, please. Thumbs up. Okay, perfect. I see. So what's lifelong learning, professional development, maintenance, certification? Lifelong learning is a philosophy. Professional development, PD, is a process to facilitate that learning, and maintenance certification is a policy. So the thing is, for maintenance certification, you're going to see, let's go for the next slide, then we don't need to do anything too complicated. Okay. So, definitions. So lifelong is a ongoing, voluntary, self-motivated pursuit of knowledge and for either professional or personal reasons that you have, right? And the professional development is a recorded transcript of your actions in the CAC locker. So for example, this session we call a professional development session. So it's helping you to develop professionally and it's giving you like points for this session that we're going to have. This session, for example, is going to count 2 points towards your maintenance of certification. And that's how it is. What's the goal for the professional development is to promote the growth and development of coaches and make sure that you guys are able to see the latest technologies and information in sport that you are in love with, that's table tennis. So in maintenance certification, and provides coaches with credit for attending professional development opportunities. Like that's the policy. So what you're doing today, you're attending this professional development session, is going to get you points for your maintenance of certification. And you're going to see that each level, each stream of NCCP has a different kind of requirements for maintenance of certification. So how many points you're going to need to keep your status active, okay? Make sense? So as soon as it mentions something important here, most part of the sports, as soon as you have achieved the trained status, that's the case of table tennis. If you achieved the trained status, you went through 2 different you went to the workshops, and then you did the table tennis sport specific part, and you have your NCCP number now. You are registered with the Coaches Association of Canada. It's free, by the way. You don't need to pay for that number. So you can start to accumulate your professional development points for your maintenance of certification when you finally get there, okay? And I just got somebody else in. It's like Siwahu, like welcome. And now for the next point here, before I move on, do you have questions about this slides? Questions?
I think I can add again to it, Marlis, is that we try and make it as easy as possible for you to do your professional development and to keep your status. So Marlis is doing an absolutely amazing, super best ever job in providing new content and coming up with these professional development things. Sometimes Karine comes in with the Equity, Diversity, Inclusion committee and as well bring some other aspects of it, women in sport, or I think we did mental performance and those things. So it's very easy for you. If you do, let's say, 10 of these a year, or let's say in 2 years, you do 10 of these, you're done with your introduction to competition and you don't need to worry for the next 5 years until it comes another cycle for making sure that your certification is in place. So just keep that in mind. We're trying to work with you. So whenever you have suggestions as well and any things that you want to see or you need advice with, please reach out to Marlis. Marlis is one of the best resources in the world, especially in Canada. Just ask him the questions and feel free to reach out to him.
So thank you very much, Thorsten. I don't know about being one of the best resources, but I'm trying to work here. Okay, so the thing you're going to see something interesting when you log in your locker in your account, right? And see, like you put your NCCP number information, you see your profile, and then we're gonna go see a little bit this, but you see this box here in the end. That tells about your maintenance cycle. So it's going to say that this person, for this coach here, is a certified like competition development coach, and his maintenance of certification, he's certified since October 2010, but his maintenance certification expires in 2019, let's say, for example. And in that period of time, he made 12 points out of 20 that he was necessary for him to accomplish, right?
Marlis, if you look at a screen, we don't see a shared screen or anything.
Let's stop share and share again. Okay, let's see. Can you see this screen here? Yeah. So I was talking about this little box in the bottom here. That's when you log in in your account at the locker in NCCP in CAC, you can find that information about your certification. But let's go a little bit more. Okay, so that's the thing. Talking about our areas that we're discussing here, that's mainly the sports, community sports initiation, table tennis, and introduction to competition. That's a start here, and introduction to competition, and then competition development. That's this in high performance. That's the CDAG, like what Maxim is doing, like Thorsten is doing right now to get their CHPC certification. Look, the standard is 5-year cycle. When you get your certification, as soon as the coach evaluator said you are certified as a coach, your clock starts to run. So in the next 5 years now, you need to have, if you are introduction to competition, you need 20 points to maintain your certification. So your status active. And if you're in competition development or high performance as a CDAG, ACD, you're going to need 30 points. And that's where what Thorsten said is very important, because every year we give in these PD sessions that we do every month, we try to do monthly. Of course, this year we didn't do like everything because we had Olympic Games and some other stuff going on, like nationals. But this year we're still going to offer 10 different PD sessions. So it means that you can get 20 points for your maintenance certification. What does it mean? Like what Thorsten said as an example, if you are in introduction to competition, you need 20 points. So if you did all these sessions this year with us, you already have the points for the next 5 years. So you don't need to get concerned with the rest of your maintenance certification. So, and if you are in competition development, if you do another 5 next year, then you're golden. So we try to make as easy as possible for the coaches to have access to an easy way to keep their maintenance of certification going on. Make sense what I'm saying? Okay, if that's good there, that's not the only way that you can do like gain points. If you see here in this, everybody can see my screen still? Yeah, okay. So here, if you go in your profile, there's a self-report coaching card that you can do for a year. You get every year that you are active as coach, you get 1 point. So then you can, and you can have, of course, like the maximum of 5 points for period that you have, like maintenance certification, because it's 5-year cycle. So you're gonna have 5 points right there. So if you're missing some points and it's retroactive, if you say, oh, I'm coaching since it's 2019, I got my certification there. So if you put like your self-report coaching in 2019 towards 2024, you have 5 points right there, 1 per year. Just so you know, you can get this. And of course, like when you have like non-NCCP activity, that's what you're doing here, this kind of PD section. There's no maximum or minimum points, but we decided as a coaching development for Table Tennis Canada to award each one of these sessions that you have here at least 2 points, right? And of course, we can get, there's other ways that you can get. If you are in a training camp, next year, for example, Karin is gonna say to us, I will get the gender equity training camp, or the girls, and then all the coaches that are going to be participating there are going to be awarded 3 points in NCCP. We can do that. We can add that to this kind of things. For example, like those things are possible. Okay, and in some of the other workshops, if you participate, for example, in a Sport for Life workshop, and let me see here. Yeah, if you participate in a Sport for Life workshop, and they say they're going to award you like 1 or 2 points for professional development, you just need to give your NCCP number, and you're going to get those points, and there's no limit for those as well. Okay, that's very easy. As long as you're involved with the community inside table tennis, we're going to be able to help you to maintain your certification. And if you have any questions, just give us a shout, and I will look into your profile and say, okay, let's let's try to do this. Let's make a plan. Let's like try to do this, and that, so you can get your certification. Make sense? Easy peasy, yeah? Okay. So that's basically how it looks like when you go in the locker. There's no names here, but when you go check your certification, and then you're gonna see like that's where you're gonna put your self-report. You're gonna feel, you see, like you can say like I was coaching in 2017, 16, 15. Each one of those is gonna give you points. You just need to go in this area here and record professional development points. You can say as well in this area, that's very interesting, coach self-report, self-direct learning to a maximum 3 points per maintenance cycle. You can say like, for example, you know what? I went for a training camp in let's say in Germany, and I had a contact with these coaches, and we discussed this, and you can report those things, and you can get a point for that as well. So if you have like international training camps or these kind of things, up to a maximum of 3 points per maintenance cycle. So all of those things, I will give you like some more tricks, like you can get your certification a little bit easier when you talk to us about it. But that's the screen that basically you're going to see when you check your CAC thing. Let's come back here if I don't need it. Let me see. That's what you're going to see when you see that thing, right? Now, I'm going to stop a little bit here before we can move a little bit. Questions about the maintenance of your certification. How you do that? How does it work? Do you have some questions that you want to ask us? Please raise your hand or, jump in. Say, Vartan, please.
Basically, it's not the maintenance. I have a question about the ACD. You will explain how the process, or it's another session?
No, we don't need to do another session. It can be right now. Actually, to be enrolled to ACD, you're going to go to the professional coaching website. That's you're going to go into the coach.ca, and then you're going to see professional coaching there. You're going to click, and then you're going to see ACD. You're going to click there, and then it's going to go down a form. You're going to need to tell like my intentions to do this. As soon as you fill up that form, somebody from Coaching Association of Canada is going to receive that, is going to send to me, say, we have a candidate. Do you support this candidate? And then you're going to say, yes, this candidate is supported by us. And then you can start. And then the first thing, the Coaching Association of Canada, I'm going to give you this to Thorsten and Maxime to give more information inside. You're going to contact Coaching Association of Canada. You're going to say, okay, you're going to do which Canadian Sports Institute you're going to use. So then they're going to give you the contacts. You're going to contact with the responsible, the chair of the ACD, Adapt Sports Facility, and then they're going to say to you, that's how the course is going to be. That's the payment that you're going to need to do. That's your mentorship, what is going to happen. And then at the same time, like I discussed with Maxime in the beginning. Oh, you were not here in the beginning. That's why maybe I discussed with Maxime in the beginning. They're going to say to you, like, there's the sport specific part that's going to be under mentorship that's tailor-made for you. So you're going to have like a mentor from Table Tennis Canada. That's going to be one of the mentors that we have. That's going to have a conversation with you and talk to you and see your profile and analyze how can we make a system that you can get your strengths much higher, and we can cover the points that are missing a little bit. So like to really maximize your potential. We make the plan, and it can be sometimes with mentorship inside Canada or sometimes outside internationally as well, because it's going to be made for you. So whatever you need, that's what we're going to try to do. So, and of course, there's a price tag attached to that one. And then Thorsten, can you tell us again how much it is for that's coming right now?
The one
Yeah,
with
so
the awareness is
Oh.
2,500.
Yeah, that's $2,500. And then what is going to give you, like when you complete successfully this and have your evaluation, submit your reports, and all the mentorship and everything is done, is gonna tell it you are a competition development advanced graduated, let's say, and you are CHPC, you are a chartered professional coach in table tennis. So that's going to give you like the higher status that we have right now in Canada as a coach.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome. No problem. Very good question, Vartan. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
So if I missed something, Thorsten and Maxim, can you maybe, if I missed something, can you let me know? It's all good there. I cover well. Okay.
Well, it's just like maybe when I registered, they asked me for like a yearly training plan and like a resume and stuff like that. But I guess it's just the basic stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to need to submit those things because they're going to evaluate you based on that information. So if your plan is weak, they are going to say, okay, we need to work more on this and this and that. So with information that you're going to send to them, they're going to check on that and see what you are missing. Because as I said to you, like for the CSI, the Canadian Sports Institutes, it's basic, the curriculum is basic, but even like this, they're going to have mentors. They're going to tell you like, hey, I think you need to work a little bit more in this area or that area. And then having that information is going to help them to make a plan for you that's going to be effective. So I'm pretty sure that I'm 100% confident that the same plan that's being used to train Thorsten right now is different than the plan that's being used to train Maxime, because you're two different individuals. So you have different needs, you have different experiences, and that's how the mentors and the guys that are learning, facilitating the process help you to have the process done. Make sense what I'm saying? Okay, good. So questions about your cycle, your maintenance or certification cycle or everything like that. If you have questions, now is the time. Okay. So I can hear the crickets outside. So while you're thinking about it, I'm just gonna let you know that I am planting some very hot peppers this year, and I'm having a very good harvest. But I'm gonna fight with my squirrels. They want to kill me. Those squirrels that are killing me. It's not being nice because they're like they cannot eat the thing because it's too hot for them. Then I make holes and put them inside, but then I cannot use anymore. So, okay, did you get a question now, or can I move a little bit forward? No, they didn't get a question. So let's move a little bit forward then. So I'm gonna just share this a little bit here with you on my screen again. And please let me know if you cannot not see my screen, because that's important. We want you to see the screen. Can you see the screen? Yeah, okay. So that's our presentation here. That's the slide that we have, like saying thank you for everybody. But that's the next slide here. It's important. What are the next steps? If you don't know, this is, oh, that's Fong there. Yeah, you see?
Yeah.
And then we have Marion de Moncos here as well, like Karine was just mentioned. She was the head coach for the girls camp that we just had. So here in September 1825 and 2nd, like starting next Wednesday, and October 5 and 6, we're going to have the virtual blended introduction to competition theory. So for example, I just going to mention here because I just saw Divine Assail here with us. Divine just did with us the Community Sports Initiation Table Tennis a couple of weeks ago. And this is next step, Divine. If you want to take part of that workshop, then that's the next step. And then I'm going to give you like all the pathway that it is for the certifications. So that's going to be very important as well. So that's one thing. That's the next step. The other step that you can have here is actually starting on November 2nd and 3rd. And October 16, 2023, there's like always 5 sessions. We're going to have the competition development training workshop. Why is it important to participate on that competition development training camp workshop? If you're a coach that you're in the roster inside your province to maybe to be qualified or asked to be coaching Canada Winter Games in 2027. That's the certification that you need to have. You need to be at least comp dev trained, right? Remember, I trained is still like didn't submit your, but when you are just trained, you still need to have like a special permission to go, right? But what the requirement is certified comp dev. Oh, what if I'm CHPC? Yeah, no problem. CHPC is higher, so you're there. But the minimum qualification for the Canada Winter Games is competition development stream. Okay, so I would recommend if you just have introduction to competition, or let's say, oh, I did mine in the old system, then it was transferred to this system now. I don't know what's going on. Do that one. Do that one. I try to refresh a little bit and see how it is right now, and then we can have your knowledge updated, and you can have your prepared for the Canada Winter Games as well. And I have something very interesting to say. The table tennis, the sport specific, the table tennis part for these workshops, you don't need to pay. We don't charge you because we want you to participate, right? But you need to pay those those modules that you have in the multi-sport environment that I mentioned before, like planning a practice and those things that you're gonna do with your sports, your local sports organization inside your province. Those they have like a pay, you need to pay, but Table Tennis Canada is not going to charge you for that. An exception of some provinces that they are already running their sports program, their coaching education program, for example, Ontario. So Ontario, they have their own program, so you need to follow their program. But if you don't have something running right now, because many of the organizations, the provincial and territorial associations are still like coming back from COVID, so that we need staff to run all those things. So if you don't have anything organizing a coaching education in your province, please use those possibilities because they are free of charge. And believe me, we want you to be certified. We're cheering for you. We're here looking for opportunities for you to get that certification. Okay, so that's the idea that we have. And those dates are in our website. So,
Marles, we have a
yeah.
question from Fong
Yeah.
in the chat.
Okay, good. Let me
Do
see
you want me to read it?
Yes, please.
Can you do CHPC without being competition development certified?
No. No, you need to get the certification play first, and then you can do it. If you are a phys ed teacher, a professional, a phys ed teacher, you can get the designation because of your university title, right? But even inside, when you need to put your form there to your application, they're gonna ask your level. If you say that you are not competition development, they're not in rare cases they're gonna accept it, but normally they're gonna say no, you need to be certified first. When you're certified, then you can do that, right? But yeah, then we can go for that. Make sense, Fong? Yes, Vartan?
If someone is certified,
yeah,
and wants to attend just to refresh, is it possible?
Yes, exactly. That's why we're encouraging you, like you are certified, but you want to refresh and go for new things. And maybe, every single time that we have a class, like we have like a group, a workshop with different coaches there, you're going to count at least like 200 years of experience inside that coaching group. So there's not new ideas, new things that you can use for your day-to-day information. So I would say, yes, if you have the time, you have the opportunity, go for it. Go for it.
Is it online or
it is online? Yeah.
So we have to register and
well, send me an email because right now the registration is already over for the introduction to competition. So if you want like
no, the second one.
No, that's still open. You can find in our website. If you go like in development, the coaching part, like you're gonna see like coaching, coaching courses. You're gonna see that we have the date there. Just fill up the form and send me an email to like, say, Marins, I fill up the form. Did you receive? Then
Okay.
make sure. Then I put you in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So let me see. Thorsten to phone. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Yes. Thanks, Thor. Thor is like prepared. Send the phone like the link to check in the website what to do. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. So any questions about this? We have still like a couple of minutes before we disconnect.
Yeah, one question. For
yeah.
doing competition development, whether we have to complete introduction first or
Yes, it's recommended.
Okay.
Well, the only way that you don't do that is when you, for example, you want to challenge the process. For example,